Margaret read the lines over and over again. She couldn't believe it, but there they were, words written by her beloved brother Bill. It was just a simple Christmas card. It contained but a few lines that one would normally expect to receive at this time of year. Nothing unusual in itself except for the date that appeared on the top left-hand corner of the card. It read, December 17th, 1938. Margaret's fingers stroked the card over and over again, and she wondered, how could it be that after all this time, this should come to me now? The card just came in the mail yesterday. Yet here it was, 70 years after it had been mailed. The card had reached its ultimate destination. So many questions, so many answers to be sought. How, why, when? You see, Bill, Mother never called him Bill, his name is William, she would say, disappeared more than 75 years ago and was never heard from again. That is something that has haunted her all of these years. Whatever happened to her younger brother Bill? How could he just disappear? And why would he? Was he killed? Was he angry at something? Something she had said? Something or someone else in the family had said or did? Why? As children, the two were nearly inseparable, and those joyous days spent growing up together were wonderful times that Margaret treasured always. She remembered the day Father took him to the train so he could seek his adventure and possible fortune in the U.S. She recalled just how afraid and heartbroken she was to see him go. And his big smile and famous last wave is as fresh in her mind today as if it happened only yesterday. At first there were letters from Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and eventually New York City. The last one was postmarked Bangor, Maine. Then nothing came after that. The date of the final letter was August 26, 1938. In those letters, Bill had talked about his prospects, the landscape, the people he had met along the way, the desperate times brought on by the Depression, and of course, his dreams. Bill had always been a dreamer. And now, here was this card, postmarked Lakeport, New York, dated December 17, 1938. It was as if Bill was making his way back, as if he were coming home. I miss you more than you could possibly know, Margie, he said. Not a day goes by that I don't think of you, and of Mother and Dad. Over the years, inquiries were made, private investigators hired, and from time to time psychics consulted. But Bill was never found. He had vanished without a trace. Maybe he didn't want to be found, she sometimes thought. Maybe he never wanted to see her again. And it was that thought which had tortured her the most throughout the years. Now as she sat there on Christmas Eve, Margaret began to realize that her last remaining wish on this earth was being granted. In her 98th year, and resigned to be here in this nursing home, there was nothing left to do or resolve in life but to solve the mystery of whatever had become of her brother Bill. Perhaps she might never really know. But as the sound of angels began to fill her room and a steady glow illuminated everything, she could once again see the face of her beloved brother. And he appeared just the same as he did so long ago, in days when two children would run through fields of green and across winter's lands of white, with the sound of their laughter echoing across the valley and the sensation of time itself, and it would drag on forever. And of course it would, just as it should and ever will be. For love, like time itself, will never end. just as the bond between Margaret and Bill will never end, nor could or would ever be broken. I'm Lyle Dillaba.